Welcome to the broadcast. In this episode, we're going to give you 10 tips on how you can prepare for your first trip to Serbia. Tip number 1, Serbia is a safe country. And I'm going to say that again. It's a safe country. A lot of times in the States, I'm not sure about other countries, but here in America, we are very doom and gloom about different places we travel to. And you'll see a lot of times on blogs or YouTube videos or in your online searches.
Is this a safe country? Is this a safe country?
Because America's not that safe. I feel safer in Serbia than I do in most parts of America. They don't have a gun problem like we do. You know, we're a bit of a police state in America. Not so much so in Serbia. Super safe, you can walk around, very low crime rate, people are cool. If you think, is it going to be safe or not? Yes, it's going to be safe. Tip number 2, fly in to Belgrade. Okay, Belgrade is the capital city of Serbia. For those of you who do not know, it has the largest airport. It's the place you want to fly into, and you should travel to other cities. They have a great bus system, so you can take that. So you don't have much to worry about in terms of getting to transportation from city to city. You can even rent a car in some cases if you want to. But flying to Belgrade, it's a must-see, and then from there branch out to see other parts of Serbia. And I highly encourage you to travel outside of Belgrade too, so you can see what the rest of the country looks like. It's beautiful, the culture is incredible, you're going to see tons of amazing sights, amazing geography, so I highly encourage you to do that. Tip number 3, bring your walking shoes, okay? Where I come from here in the States, we don't have lots of walkable cities. A lot of our most popular cities are walkable. Boston is, New York City, Chicago. When you get to Serbia, it's very walkable when you get to Belgrade. So just bring your walking shoes. There's taxis too, of course, that can take you from place to place. You'll notice though, that because it's so walkable, you're not actually gonna wanna just hop into taxis too often. I honestly believe that Belgrade is best seen and viewed by foot. It's the opportunity to have these random incidental encounters, walking into a coffee shop, a kafana, or walking past a farmer's market. You're gonna see these things if you're walking. If you're in your cab just trying to driving around or wanting to take taxis everywhere, you're gonna miss out on some beautiful opportunities to engage with Serbs and experience that feel of Belgrade in the street, which I think is a beautiful thing. Tip number 4, take euros with you. They do use euros and their currency, which is known as the dinar. But when you get to Serbia, you can always exchange. You can exchange American dollars too. Obviously, you'll probably want to exchange your euros into dinars once you begin to engage in commerce in Serbia. But just take both, and I would recommend conducting that change from American dollars into euros on the front end if you're traveling from the States, just because you're going to have a better exchange rate. The prices in Belgrade are very affordable, you'll be fine, but I highly encourage you to get there with euros in hand, so you're not searching around on day one trying to figure out, which currency should I use or how do I exchange money. You're also going to see lots of places to exchange money. They're called mjenjačnica. Okay, so at a mjenjačnica, it's a currency exchange center, and you can just walk up to the people. They mostly speak English and Serbian, and you can just exchange your money into dinars or into euros if you haven't done so already. Tip number 5, learn some conversational Serbian before you go. You don't really have to, quote unquote, per se. I think everyone should. I think it's a very respectful gesture to at least know how to say, kako ste, how are you? Kako si, informally, how are you? Gde je ovo? Where is this? Koliko košta? Izvinite. Like, learn some basic phrases.
Oh, I love it!
So when you get there, it just shows that you did your homework. You're really there to learn and to come with an open mind and to explore. And you're gonna navigate so much smoothly through the city, through the country, if you're able to speak in a little bit of Serbian. It's just a great thing to do, and why wouldn't you do that? You're traveling there, you should do it. And if you want to learn a lot of conversational phrases, there's a whole series on it at the website, so check it out if you want to get plugged in to that. Tip number 6, prepare to stay up late. And I'm gonna say that again. If you're going there for nightlife, it is not like the States or many parts of the world. Actually, I think America's the only place in the world I've ever been to where things close so early. I don't know what it is with this place. But a lot of things in the States will close down at 2 o'clock in the morning, unless you're in New York City, LA, Miami, and a handful of other cities. In Belgrade, and I'm going to specifically reference Belgrade since that's the city that I think you should fly into and experience. In the city of Belgrade, clubs don't even open until midnight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They open up at midnight. You're pre-gaming until 11:30, 11:45, and the doors to the club open at midnight. So Be prepared to stay up late. You're going to party from 12 to 5:30, 6 a.m., and you're going to have an absolutely wonderful time. The cool thing about Belgrade, too, is that the club season changes in accordance with the seasons. So if it's the summertime, you're going to be on what's called splavs. These are these boats along the river that kind of oversee the downtown area of Belgrade. Or you're going to be in the wintertime in the actual city. Just keep that in mind that the club scene does change depending upon the season. Tip number 7. It's okay to go to Belgrade or to Serbia to enjoy the nightlife, but don't only go there to party. I highly recommend you go to museums. Check out the Belgrade Fortress, known as Kalemegdan. Rumor has it that the Attila the Hun is buried underneath it, and it sits at the confluence of the Danube and the Sava River. It's an absolutely beautiful place right in the heart of the city, maybe 10 minutes or a 5-minute walk on the outskirts of town. You got to check places like this out. Don't just go there just only to experience nightlife, or you've missed out on a wonderful opportunity to see some of the richness of Serbian culture. Skadarlija is another place that I'd recommend you check out. These cobblestone streets. They have a bar there that goes back to like 1820. I mean, it's insane. Please check out all the amazing sites in Belgrade and obviously in the other cities too. Tip number 8, try to interact with as many Serbs as you possibly can. And why do I say this? Because then you're going to get a chance to experience Serbian hospitality in real time. It's a real thing. Serbs are very hospitable people, very warm. I just highly encourage you. Just interact with as many people as you can. Talk to people, ask them questions. Try to practice your Serbian. It's a beautiful thing to do that, and you're going to be blown away by just how welcoming the Serbs are. I highly, highly, highly recommend you speak to as many people as you can. Don't be closed off.
And stay in your little shell, your little bubble. You don't want to meet anybody.
Be open and be social. You won't regret it. Tip number 9, go with an open mind. Leave behind all your preconceived notions. Whatever people told you about the country, whatever you read about the country in the past, just leave that at home. Just go with an open mind. If you do that, you're going to be able to really have the kind of experience I want you to have. And that's the kind of experience that I had, which is a great one, where you can just reimagine, re-envision, rethink, and refine all that you previously thought or thought you knew about the country. So go with a very open mind. It's going to make all the encounters that you have, all the experiences that you have, significantly more richer. And tip number 10, to close it out. After you go to Serbia and you have a wonderful experience, and you will,
tell other people about it.
it's a wonderful country to check. You're going to have an absolutely wonderful experience. And when you do, spread the word. Tell others to go check it out too, because I think you're going to look back in time and say to yourself,
Why didn't I go to Serbia sooner?
exactly. My thoughts exactly. So please make sure you tell other people about it. Thank you so very much for watching this particular episode of the broadcast. If you enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think in the comments. Are you planning to go to Serbia? If so, why, when, how excited are you? And when you get back, you gotta let me know how it was. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.